we got a leaky faucet here, and I'm just letting the water run out before I go ahead and take the head off here. I'll try and put some more tape around here and see if that fixes it. If not, I'll just have to cut it off and replace it. I think it'll just unscrew by hand. Get something to clean this out with. Got a little pick tool here. See if we can clean this up. Okay, so when we put the tape on here, we want to make sure that the tape goes the same direction that we're turning it, so it doesn't come loose while we screw it back in. And so if you can see here, we're going lefty-loosey and righty-tighty, so clockwise is the way we're going to be turning it. So we'll see if we can wrap it that way. Get some of that water out of there. This direction here. 1, 2, 3, and we'll go one more just in case I didn't count good. All right. So let's see if we put this in here and start turning it. Did we do it right? I might have done it opposite. Yeah, see, I did it opposite there. So as I turn this, I'm going to be loosening it. So don't make that same mistake that I did. We want to do this opposite. So we're going to start here, like this. We're going to wrap it this way. And then this time when I turn it, it's not going to be pulling it loose. We'll go ahead and put another row up there since I boogered it all up. We're starting here. We're wrapping around this way. There's 1, 2, and 3. All right, so that's our angle there. Let's see if we got it right. And I did it wrong again. And this way. This is a little bit tricky to do. Take some practice, and I don't have a lot of practice with it. I know what it should look like when it's done, but getting there is the tricky part. Alright, so you want it facing that way. I'm not sure if I did it right, but I'll just go with it. All right. Now we'll hook up a hose to it and see if it leaks. This hose has got a split in the gasket there, so we're going to go ahead and replace that one. Got a split O-ring there. Put in a new one. Alright, we'll put this back on here and we'll see how it does. Alright, I'm going to go turn the water back on and see what happens. Alright, looks like we got the water on here. Maybe we'll get a towel here and see if there's any leaks. Because it looks like we got water. The hose is firm. See if there's any water coming down here at all. All right, let's dry it off real good. See if there's any water leaking out of here. So yeah, I brought a bunch of tools out here. I brought a multi-tool, brought an extension cord, I brought the pipe and a new faucet, everything I needed to fix this, but all it needed was some new tape in there, some new plumber's tape. And I'm not even sure if I put the tape on right. I put it on there 2 or 3 times and I still don't know if I went the right direction. But it looked like that's all it needed, was just some new tape in here. If I do need to fix it again, I got everything I need. I can cut the pipe off right here, put an elbow on it, bring a piece of pipe out to here, and then put our faucet on right here. But if it's not leaking, I think we're just going to go ahead and leave it. Looks pretty good. That's full blast. Some water is coming out when I go to turn it off. See this right here? When it's on, it's not leaking. But when I go to shut it off, it starts to leak. But now that it's off, it stopped leaking again. So maybe that's just, that pressure's got to go somewhere. There is a screw on here. Maybe this just needs to be tightened up a little bit. Maybe I'll go get a screwdriver and see if I can tighten that up and fix it. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be going anywhere, so I don't think that's going to help. That's the part that's making me think we should fix it, is that it's shooting water out when you go to shut it. Yep, I think we're just going to go ahead and leave it. I think we're good. If we do have more problems with it, we'll go ahead and fix it. Maybe this comes off and there's a gasket or something that goes in there that's dried out. All right, we're going to go ahead and take this off. We're going to put this funky thing on here. This is for our timer here, for the garden. All right, then we can put this one back on here. We got some leaks coming out of here. Well, if we just didn't put it on all the way. Let's see what happens here. All right, we'll wipe everything off and see if there's any leaks. See how we are here. Got a little bit of a drip on here. We'll see if I can tighten it up on here. I might need a new one of these hose adapters here. But that could be the problem. This thing looks a little old and rusty. I think that fixed it. Go ahead and do the same thing down here. Make sure that's nice and tight. Yep, I think we're just going to go ahead and leave it. I think we're good. If we do have more problems with it, we'll go ahead and fix it. All right, to fix the faucet, I bought a new little plastic faucet here. Since we're going to PVC, they say it's better to go PVC to PVC rather than metal to PVC, because when you wrap the tape around here, it can actually split when you go in here. If this were a metal pipe and you were going into it, it could crack it. If this was a metal faucet, it could potentially crack it if you put the tape on it. So we're going all plastic, and that should be good. Oh, we better take this off of here. Wrapping this tape around these pipes can be really confusing. So let me show you some tricks that I use to figure this out. So we want to start it here so that we'll get that opposite turn. So if we're going clockwise, this is where you start it, right here like that, and then you wrap this around clockwise, and we'll see what we get. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see where we end. So we're ending right here. So now, you see here's our end. Now when we turn it in there, we're going opposite direction of where we ended. So that way, we're not gonna have any problems with it unraveling. Just give it a little bit of a snug here. You don't want to over tighten it because it can crack. So just make sure it's in there good. Try not to twist it. And then that way when you go to turn it in here, it won't be unraveling. And so we got a 3/4 inch pipe, and then we got a 1/2 inch faucet. So that's why we got this adapter. This is a 3/4 to 1/2 inch adapter. All right, I think that should be good. And we gotta wrap this one. One, 2, 3. You don't want to wrap this too tight because then it could split the pipe. All right, that's all wrapped up. Now we'll go put it on out there. All right, I just turned the water off. We'll go ahead and let that run off there. They say you can fix these faucets. I might end up giving that a try and see if we can reuse this one somewhere else. They say you can unscrew the tip there, and then you can put a new gasket in there. So we'll go ahead and give that a try. But for now, we're going to get this one in here. The advantage to using the Teflon, to using these fittings and the Teflon tape, is it should be good to go. We don't have to have any cure time. Like if we were to use the cement, the PVC cement, you gotta wait whatever it says on the container, 10 to 20 minutes for that to seal, and then you gotta wait like another 24 hours or something like that before it's completely cured. Where this, you just screw it in and you're good to go. You do take a risk of over tightening it and you can crack the pipe. So it's not perfect either. And you have to deal with trying to adjust the Teflon tape just right. I'm going to turn the water back on and get some rags and see if we have any leaks. I'll go turn the water on and get a rag and we'll see what happens. All right, we got a few drips here, so we'll see if we can tighten this up a little bit. I'll just keep tightening it until it stops leaking. Turn this one around one more time too. Give this one more turn around. All right, I think that did it. If you're having some leaks and you tighten this down all the way and you're having some leaks, there might not be a gasket in there. I don't think these come with a gasket, so we'll go ahead and put a gasket in there and we'll retighten it down and check for leaks again. All right, so here's a little O-ring there. We'll put this in there and then that should stop it from leaking. It's got the little rigid side there and we'll put that facing up. All right, it looks like it's all working. We'll just have to work on securing this. That seems a little wobbly there, so I'll have to get out maybe a piece of pressure treated lumber or something and put it in there to make a post to attach it to. All right, I built a bracket back here to attach the PVC pipe to. I just need to attach it to the wall, and I'm going to be using these Tapcon concrete anchors to go ahead and screw in there. I got my Tapcon drill bit here, and I got my hammer drill. All right, a little bit tricky here to get in there. We got it all set up. Maybe we'll have to go upside down. All right, we'll go ahead and put our masonry screw in there. One of the things you have to watch out for with these masonry bits is if you're not careful, you can strip the hole out like I did. Then you'll have to put in a bigger screw or you'll have to drill a new hole. All right, we'll try this again. It seemed to work easy that time, but before I couldn't get it to work. All right, I got this all set up here. I couldn't really get in here and film very good because everything was in the way, but I had some problems here on the top here. I couldn't get that screw to go in all the way there, so I had to use a bigger bolt in there to screw that into there, but we got it in here and it's pretty secure enough for this. And then I screwed in the brackets there to hold it in place. I didn't pre-drill those holes, and I put a little crack in there. So pre-drill your holes before you screw into here. Since we're screwing into the edge, you got a chance you could crack this like I did, so don't make the same mistake I did there. But yeah, we got that all in. And then I added this bracket here, this angle splitter there, so that we can have the timer on one splitter, and then when I want to run the hose, I can just turn this on right there, and then I can run the garden hose. But yeah, look at that, it's running and nothing's leaking. We got no leaks anywhere, so that's pretty awesome. The next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the sprinkler system set up for our garden bed. So that'll be the next project here. And then when I get the irrigation finished on there, I'm going to set up another garden bed, and I'll be able to have another zone that I run it to there. If you want to see the progress on my garden beds, you can go ahead and check out this video right here.